Sziasztok! My name is Jordan Barone, and I'm a fifth generation Hungarian American. My great great grandmother, Catherine Avan, was born in Hungary in the 1880s, and she moved to the United States in the early 1900s. She then got married to my great great grandfather, Joseph Nagy. She was never able to speak English, and my grandmother, her granddaughter, never was able to communicate with her. She died when my grandmother was 20 and had her first child, my father, in 1965. I don't remember ever being told that I was Hungarian, although I assume it was for some kind of nationality elementary school project. We used to have to bring in foods that represented our culture, and my grandmother used to make her version of goulash, which is not the classic Hungarian version, but it's more of like an American Italian influence. Over the years, I've met a few other people of Hungarian descent who live in the United States, but no one who actually spoke the language or understood anything about the culture and society. I currently work for the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., and through work, we have access to Ancestry Library Edition, which is the biggest amount of records that Ancestry offers in a membership. So I'm able to use my work account to do family research, and I've looked into my Hungarian side, and I've had a lot of problems, mostly because of land border changes and me not understanding the Hungarian language. I'm also part Italian, and in college I decided to be helpful for genealogy research and just for my own personal growth to start learning Italian. So I took 4 years of Italian in college, and I've noticed recently that it's come in handy a lot when I am doing this research through my job. So I recently decided to start taking Hungarian classes nearby in Virginia, and while it's been very hard, it has already come in handy while doing my research. I was on the phone with my grandmother recently, and I was telling her about my Hungarian classes that I was taking and how much I was enjoying them, and she started reminiscing about her grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, Catherine, and she was saying that although Catherine didn't speak any English, when she would come over, she would often say, "Jó estét," "Jó estét" to my grandmother. And my grandmother said, "I think it means, how are you? But I don't actually know." And I said, "Oh, I'll look out for it in my classes." And just the next day while I was doing work, I came across Jó estét, which means good evening. And I gave her a call and let her know that. I was so surprised because, she died in 1965. It's been 50, 60 years, and my grandmother still remembered the pronunciation of what she was saying, because she was very. If I were chosen for the ReConnect Hungary program, I would really like to continue the language studies once I get back to Washington, D.C. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, and although the language is really hard, I think I could do it. I've learned languages before, although they were different, but I'm really enjoying it, and it's coming in handy a lot with the research that I'm trying to do on my own Hungarian lineage. I think that I should be selected for the ReConnect Hungary program because while I know very little about my Hungarian heritage, I have shown a willingness and commitment to learning about my different heritages and the people that I'm related to. And I find it really interesting to figure out what they had to go through and where they had to come from to get me to where I am today. I'm on the higher end of the age range at 27, and I think that being older, I can appreciate the gift that is being given to me. And also, I think I could help my fellow trip members navigate the cities. I've been to Europe before. I travel a lot, and while I don't speak the language as well as I could, I think I could learn a lot before the trip next summer. And I would just really like an opportunity to learn about my heritage, learn more about Hungarian culture, and get to know some fellow Hungarian Americans.